Thank you, Ian. Good evening, everyone. If that anthem is anything to go by, it is going to be quite an atmosphere tonight. The Cardiff City Stadium is a cacophony of noise, a game that they must win to keep alive their chances of reaching the World Cup automatically. Opportunity knocks after that draw in Ghent between Belgium and North Macedonia on Friday. Craig Bellamy said yesterday, we're waiting for a special moment. Surely tonight will be that moment. A nation expects, and it's a sea of red inside this fantastic stadium, which is sold out. Red shirts as far as the eye can see, including the away end. Who is going to write their name into tomorrow's headlines? And if the match winner is Welsh, write their name into football folklore in this country. Gareth Bale did it in 2015, and that is the last time Belgium have actually lost a qualifier. It is going to be loud this evening. Belgium are ready and waiting to go. In these sky blue shirts, the white shorts and socks, Wales emerge from their huddle to the left of the halfway line, all in red. This is the game that has been circled on the calendar ever since the draw was made. Its importance has just shot up 1 or 2 octanes after that surprise result. It is a 3-team shootout for one automatic place in North America. Belgium will start the game going from right to left, and we are underway. Can Wales do it to Belgium again? A header is won in the opening seconds by Ampadu. Thomas then in the centre circle climbs high, and Doku gets his first nutmeg of the night in already on Mark Harris. And we all know about his ability back in Brussels in June. That 7-goal thriller. 30 seconds gone as Belgium come out to Trossard on this near side. Nico Williams across, hacks it out of play. And it goes out for a Belgium throw. If you're just tuning into us, the Wales team in full is Darlow in goal, Williams, Roden, Cabango and Davis, Ampadu and Jordan James. Then it's Brooks, Wilson and Thomas. Mark Harris, the surprise inclusion up front. This is a Belgium throw towards the edge of the Wales penalty area. Still inside the first minute here on BBC Radio Wales, and they now go all the way back to their goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois in goal. It's Mounier and De Bast, Tiat and De Kuyper are the back four, and then it's Raskin and Onana, and in front of them De Ketelaere, De Bruyne, Doku, and it's Trossard. And this is Belgium in possession once more, and De Ketelaere, one of the 3 changes, and he gives the ball away. Already Craig Bellamy is in the ear of the 4th official. It's going to be one of those nights tonight. Everyone pushing, harrying, clawing for every ball, so much at stake. As Wales get their first bit of possession, but it's given away to the long-legged Villa player Onana in midfield. Mounier comes forward to the edge of the penalty area before Ampadu wins possession back, and Brooks is off and running over the halfway line. He's sent tumbling, nothing given by the referee. All the officials from Germany tonight, but Wales have pinched it back. This is Jordan James driving at the heart of the defence, and Brooks into the penalty area. Tight angle, pulls it back, and it's actually got a touch in. Still alive, it's Wilson. 2 minutes gone 0-0, but it's 100 miles an hour, and it's Williams across, and almost a back-heeled goal from Mark Harris just past the post. It's a corner.
Yeah, it's exactly how Wales wanted to start. Nice and sharp, and like Thursday night, start with a corner, good attack. Thought it was a foul on Brooks, but referee played on. Wales done really well to win the ball back, recycle it, get it wide. Causing Belgium all sorts of problems here in the first minute or 2. Really good start from Wales.
First corner to Wales from this near right. And that small pocket of Belgian supporters already being drowned out. Referee just having a word with pushing and shoving. 2 Wales players in the 6-yard box trying to crowd out Courtois. 4 on the edge, all waiting to run in now from this corner from the near right. Everyone in front of us on their feet. Outswinger by Thomas. Flicked away. Back in by Ampadu. Roden trying to get underneath it. The blue shirts of Belgium get it out to Wilson on the near side. He's sent tumbling. Clearest free kick you can imagine for the referee in the yellow shirt, and Wales have started really well.
Yeah, De Catalan, no reason to give that foul away. Hands in the back, a little shove. But if you're Wales, you take it. 25-30 yards out on this right hand side. Sorba Thomas, we know, great delivery, right-footed from a Huddersfield set piece taker. Let's see what he can do with this.
It's been everything. The start at Wembley wasn't. Thomas and Wilson over it. Couple of yards in from this near right-hand side. 4 minutes on the watch on this chilly, and there's a bit of rain in the air as well, night in Cardiff. Thomas, wonderful delivery, and it's Cabango who meets it, gets it all wrong, but wicked curling ball by Sorba Thomas, and it's a goal kick that Belgium take quickly.
Perfect ball in between the 2 people who were the false wall.
Wales have won it high up the field. It's all Wales in the early go. In towards Brooks, it goes down. Big call for the referee to make Wales want a penalty. It's going to be a corner.
Just non-stop pressure this first 5 minutes. I'm not sure that was a penalty, if I'm totally honest. I think their legs just got caught up and tripped up each other. Might have been a bit of a slip.
It almost went in off the Belgian player as well.
Yeah, there was contact, but I'm not sure it was a penalty.
Thomas then, this will be an in-swinger in front of the Belgian fans in the corner. Wales attacked the Grange end in the first half. It's into the near post, it's easily headed away by De Catala, and Nico Williams will get it back to Darlow in goal. What a start by Wales, Danny Gabidon.
Yeah, exactly the level of intensity that this Belgian team doesn't like. They're moving the ball quickly, getting bodies forward, winning the ball back high in good areas of the pitch. And this Belgian team, they don't like to run, they want to control possession. They don't like running back the other way. Been a fantastic start for us. That Cabango header, that's a great chance, by the way. Great ball in on the money from Sorba Thomas, and he should do better with the header there. Central area, about 6-7 yards out. Doesn't even hit the target. He'd be really disappointed with that.
It is 0-0. 6 minutes have gone here on BBC Radio Wales. All our frequencies tonight. We're also on the BBC Sounds app on your smartphone or tablet, so you can take us out and about, whatever you're doing. But the home fans are roaring on. The men all in red. Green trim down the back of the shorts. Belgium in the sky blue shirts doing all the chasing in the early going. Looking for Thomas wide on the far left in front of the double-decker Ninian stand, out for a throw. But the game is being played exclusively in the Belgian half in these early moments. Into Harris, the surprise inclusion. He battles for it by the corner flag and wins a corner.
It's been a really sharp start from Mark Harris. Surprise inclusion in this lineup. Almost got himself a lovely goal with a little back heel. He started really well, really lively with the runs in behind, really causing Belgium's back four a problem.
5 red shirts to aim at in the penalty area. Far left corner, shuffling run up by Thomas. Better delivery. Roden! The roof of this stadium has just been blown. What a start! Joe Roden heads Wales in front and puts them in control of Group J on a magical night in Cardiff. Wales wanted a fast start and they've got one. They lead by 1-0.
Absolutely fantastic. Big credit to the ball in from the corner. You know, you've got 6'5" Courtois and Joe Rodon has headed the ball from probably 6 yards, thinking nowhere near can I come for that ball. swinging away from him. Joe Rodon, unmarked in the 6-yard box, or just on the edge of the 6-yard box, gets up, heads the ball down like a perfect striker, and up into the far corner of the net. What a great start for Wales. See Kevin De Bruyne there. Yes, he's frustrated, cutting a frustrated figure for a brilliant start. They just got to continue this now.
Yeah, I think so important. When you're on top, you've got to capitalise, and we have, from a Belgian point of view, that is shambolic defending, by the way. I think it's De Bast who initially has Rodon, and then he just wanders off onto Ben Davies. It's a free header for Rodon. He's just got to concentrate on hitting the target, and he's got a difficult man to beat in Thibaut Courtois, who gets a hand on it, he heads it down into the ground.
There's a VAR goal check going on here. And it's been cleared. The noise will tell you. Or has it?
No, it's been cleared. They just kicked off too quickly.
Well, Belgium want to get back into this straight away. Wales 1, Belgium 0. It was already teed up nicely before the game. And now even more so. And the noise, which was at fever pitch at kickoff, is going to get louder and louder. Belgium go long to try and respond straight away. It's high in towards the penalty. The goal scorer Joe Rodon is underneath it. His second for his country. Ampadu with a pass. Referee gets in the way of Jordan James. It gives it back to Belgium in the sky blue shirts. De Bruyne helps it out to Doku, wide on the far right towards the edge of the penalty area, faced by Thomas and Davis. He shuffles in and plays the ball behind De Bruyne, and Darla will gladly scoop that one up. Every loose pass will be cheered by this bellowing Cardiff crowd.
Yeah, brilliant feat by Doku, but just the wrong choice, trying to slip the ball through the eye of a needle into De Bruyne. De Bruyne is expecting just to put it wide for the cross to come in, the easy ball. Tries to be too clever with that one.
It is still goalless in the other game in this group. North Macedonia 0, Kazakhstan 0. That means Wales are second on goal difference as it stands. But of course, after tonight, it's it's Liechtenstein and North Macedonia to come. 3 wins will see Wales top the group. Still a long way to go. 10 minutes have gone. Joe Rodon with the early goal.
I think Danny made the point earlier. This Belgium team, they don't want you to run. They want to control the ball. It's whether Wales can keep this intensity up. There will be little lull periods. Those periods is when Wales have got to stay steadfast, defend well, keep their shape, and regain their energy levels. But as you can see, this first 11 minutes, Belgium just not in the game, not able to keep up with Wales.
There's the voice of Nathan Blake, the former Wales striker. It's a foul on Ethan Ampadu. Craig Bellamy kept mentioning intensity in his pre-match interview. His team, Danny Gabardon, have delivered that in spades so far. It has been only 11 and a half minutes.
Yeah, they certainly have, and I think in this opening 11 minutes you can see why, and we were questioning maybe the inclusion of Mark Harris, but you've seen it in this opening 11 minutes why he's playing. He set the tone for the rest of the team with his energy, his pressing. The goal kind of comes from him. He's alive, he makes a run down in the channel, gets a throw in, holds the ball up, gets the corner for his team, and that kind of energy is kind of infectious. It kind of seeps into the rest of the team, and he's been the catalyst for this start. He really has, and it's been a brilliant start for Wales. They've been all over Belgium. Belgium really struggling to control possession. They don't look organised, they don't look together.
And it's been a great start for another home nation. Northern Ireland 1, Germany 0 in Group A. And that's Michael O'Neill's 100th game in charge. Ben Davies' 100th cap for Wales. He's just conceded a throw-in on the halfway line. You're late joining us, you've missed the goal. Joe Rodon with a header. No more than Wales deserve. 1-0 they lead. It's Belgium's turn to play catch-up. Doku was dispossessed, but they creep 5 yards down that far touchline in front of the double-decker Nidian stand. It is a complete sellout tonight. This is Tiat, who's been caught by Wilson.
Yeah, I'm not sure he did catch him though, if I'm totally honest. I think Tiam played the ball and then took a bit of a jump in the air.
He's made the most of it, Blakey, isn't he?
Yeah, so yeah, there's no real foul there. Harry's not come across him. He's not left any studs on him. I didn't think so. It's just played the referee there.
Yeah, he's basically kicked the ball into the channel to no one, realised that, and thought, you know what, I'll go over and try and milk a foul, which he has.
Yeah, mugged the referee, we call it.
And Harry Wilson was cautioned there, and that means he will miss Wales's next match away to Liechtenstein on November the 15th, another game that will be live on BBC Radio Wales. However this one finishes, that Northern Ireland goal, by the way, has been ruled out, so it's still 0-0 in Belfast. Wales leading 1-0 here in Cardiff in a must-win game. This is Tiat again, putting Munier under pressure. Trossard. And we go back to the Kuiper. And Courtois goes long, and Nico Williams and Trossard collide, and it's going to be a throw-in to Wales.
And it's just interesting looking at Belgium and their setup tonight. They've switched one or two things themselves. Rudy Garcia, Trossard was kind of playing as that
9.
Yeah, number 9 against North Macedonia. Obviously couldn't get a goal. He's playing in his more favoured left side position. Doku's on the right and De Catalaff through the middle.
Wales have lost it, and Belgium will race in towards the penalty area on the far side. This is Doku teasing them. We know all about it. He gets it inside to the edge of the penalty area. Half appeals for handball from Belgium. Onana loses it. It's towed out. And Belgium are still protesting, and of course with VAR they will check for any potential handball that Belgium are adamant it was. So it's a throw.
Clutching a bit, to be honest with you, Mark.
We've seen a replay of it now. Well, he does hit his hand. It's at point blank range. Not sure how Ampadu can be expected to get his arm out of the way there.
But, the threshold for me is very different in international football with these type of decisions to what we see domestically.
Well, they are checking it.
They are checking it.
They are checking it. The game has not restarted here.
It's his hand fully, but I would say the motion you go to when you go into run and close down, your arm is always going to be in front of you.
But the question is, as far as the officials is concerned, and this is what they're looking at, is his arm in an unnatural position, that silhouette by your side?
When you go to run, your arm goes forward.
This is the problem. This is the issue I have with this rule. It's ridiculous. You see these kind of decisions. I hope it's not, but you see these kind of decisions given, particularly like in foreign football, like Serie A. We can't do anything there, Ampadu. He smashed it at him from maybe 3 or 4 yards away. Just hits his hand. He can't even move it.
Oh well, he's put the square in the air. The monitor's on the far side, and this could well be a penalty. Ampadu's arm was not by his side, as Danny and Nathan are saying. It's because he's actually in the moment of running. But the German referee has seen it and given a penalty. 16 minutes gone. At a moment of controversy in Cardiff, Belgium get a golden opportunity to equalise.
That's why you see so many defenders now, when they're inside their own 18-yard box, their arms immediately just kind of go behind their back, and I'm just not sure how you can kind of defend that way. If you look at Ethan Ampadu there, he's shuffling across to the right, so it's just natural for your arm to kind of to move out, because he's actually moving.
As your left leg moves, your right arm moves, and vice versa.
So for me, that's natural.
No.
It's unnatural for me as a defender to be moving miles down my back in that way.
And it'd be more natural for you to run sideways with the arm behind your back.
This is where the rule's wrong for me. Just had a feeling that would get given.
So in front of the Canton stand, Kevin De Bruyne. Everyone behind that goal waving their arms. Can Carl Darlow keep Wales ahead? De Bruyne against Darlow. Wales lead 1-0. Here comes De Bruyne, and he has sent him the wrong way. Kevin De Bruyne, the scourge of Wales, yet again, and equalises for Belgium. 1-1.
Well, that is a blow. As Wales has started the game so well. Obviously got their noses in front. Looks like Craig Bellamy's just been given a yellow card. And you can't say Belgium deserved that. They've not got going at all, and they've just been given a lifeline by the referee there. Look at that, and for me, Blakey, you as a forward player there now, why would you not now, when you get inside the 18-yard box, just purposely try and kick the ball on hand?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% with you, Dan.
As soon as I saw that replay, I thought they were in trouble.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I seen him stop and start checking for it, I knew he was in trouble.
It's 1-1.
You have to go again.
And Wales have got to climb the mountain once more. Onana is sent flying through the air with the slightest of touches from Harris, and it's a free kick. The German officials have not given Wales much, and confirmation as well that Craig Bellamy was booked.
Well, Belgium are going to try and slow the game down now. They just can't handle the intensity that Wales are playing at. They've got themselves back on level terms, very fortunately, shall we say. And they're going to try and control the game. What Wales have got to do is continue the high tempo, continue the press, not give anyone any sort of breathing space. Don't let Belgium get into any sort of rhythm.
Still 0-0 between North Macedonia and Kazakhstan in the other game. It's Ampadu driving it forward. He was never favourite to find a red shirt with that ball. So Kuiper will pick it up.
Yeah, it was, in fairness,
Cabango.
It was Cabango, yeah.
It's 1-1. That's absolutely certain.
I only correct you, Mark, because if someone gave the ball a goal away, you'd think the fans would be on him, right?
Well, he's just giving a penalty away. You don't need to be labelled with that one as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's very loose with the term giving it away. If you're just tuning in, it was fired at Ethan Ampadu from point-blank range. His arm is not by his side, but the video assistant referee, Pascal Müller, deemed that it was worth the referee Daniel Siebert having another look on the monitor.
I always say,
far side.
I don't like VAR. I don't think VAR should be in the game. Goal line technology, yes, I'll never change that stance. But if you're going to have it, I always say a player views the game differently to a referee. I think former players should be VAR. People sat in the VAR booth and making the decision. You would know as a player, well, where else are you going to pull your hand when you go to run? And when someone smacks it at you from a yard away, there's not much you can do.
Mark Harris will scuttle and chase and get to the loose ball. Defenders missed it. Harris into the box, but then it's a corner. A timely toe behind by Meunier. And that's why Craig Bellamy went for Mark Harris. His searing pace caused him a problem after not one but two defenders missed the long ball. And it is from a corner, from that far left, that Wales took the lead. Can they do it again with an in-swinger from Sorba Thomas? 1-1 on BBC Radio Wales. 2 goals separated by 10 minutes. Rodon's opener cancelled out by De Bruyne. There's all sorts of pushing and shoving going on at the back post. Davis, Rodon, Cabango and Harris all involved with these Belgian players in the sky blue shirts. Referee steps away. They go back to instantly what they were doing. Pushing and shoving. In comes the delivery. Headed away at the near post quite comfortably by De Catala. Back out to Thomas, wide on the far left. Hooks it in. Courtois comes and punches. Might have been able to catch it. And then Nico Williams has lost the fight of the ball on the half-wall end. Oh, has he? Wonderful recovery work. Ben Davis and then Cabango are back. Wales reclaim possession on the halfway line. James spinning, drops the shoulder, gets away from his man. Doesn't get away that far. He's pinched by Raskin. Wales want a foul, they won't get it. Doku with the ponytail and the shuffling run, but he goes backwards. And they've worked it wide. And Belgium are into the box. It's lovely skill. And did that hit the goalkeeper, hit the post? It was De Catala with the effort. Still the danger not away out on the far left side. Cross into the box. Cabango heads away. Brooks hugs clear. And it's Belgium's turn to have a moment on top after 22 minutes.
Yeah, they're going to have to keep this tempo up though, Belgium. That's how Wales want to play. do get the feeling that Belgium are like playing at this high tempo.
And Trossard.
Yeah, he's quick.
Switches it. I was thinking he won't get that, but then I remembered it was Jeffrey Doku. He will get that by the corner flag on the far right. And they're queuing up here, and it's 2-1 to Belgium. Rifled in by Mounier, who was arriving right on time. It flew past Darlow before he knew what hit him. And Belgium have responded and then some to that Wales opener. And now it's they that hold the keys in this group, because it's Wales 1, Belgium 2 in Cardiff.
Yeah, and that's just great play. The ball in initial, I think it's Trossard, a raking pass, at least 60, 70 yards with a bit of backspin into the far right corner of Wales's defence. And Doku, he's not going up full flight, but he gets there quite easily. And this time, he doesn't think I'm going to take anybody on. He just simply picks out his teammate, Mounier, who's coming into the 18-yard box, right-footed, and rifles it high into the net past Darlow. Great finish. I was taking the wind out of the stadium. But here go the fans. They're going to rally, and they're going to get this team back up and get it going again.
Just from a Wales point of view there, defensively, Sorba Thomas who switches off. As that ball goes in behind the Doku, I'm looking at Sorba Thomas, and he's goal side of Mounier, but he's ball watching. Mounier gets on his bike, 36-year-old Mounier, and he's ball watching. He doesn't react quick enough. He's never able to get back. Mounier gets the other side of him, and it's a great finish inside the 18-yard box, to be fair to him, but he just switches off there, Sorba Thomas. He needs to track the run.
Bango hooks it away from Doku. Ampadu just about gets it back to Ben Davis. And Wales really are loose with this ball, which has allowed Belgium back into this game. They led after 8 minutes, the perfect start. Belgium have shown real character, and they've got a free kick for the slightest of tugs from Nico Williams. And Joe Rodon's losing his temper a little bit off the ball. And it's going to be a Belgian free kick on this near left side. And just as we saw that replay a few moments ago, by the way, of the Mounier goal, if we'd been ultra critical, could Carl Darlow have done better?
I'd say no. And I when people say goalkeepers getting done at the near post, listen, I've done plenty of keepers at the near post. If I hit it with enough power, it doesn't matter whether I hit the near post, far post, or right at you. I can blast it through you, So I wouldn't put any fault or any blame at the keeper for that.
It literally flew through his hands, didn't it? Well, the fans are playing their part, and the team need a lift. Belgium lead 2-1. De Bruyne and De Kuyper are standing over it, with Belgium 2-1 ahead. De Bruyne leaves it. The Kuyper outswinger, and they're queuing up again here, Belgium, and that could have been a third. Cabango lost the flight of the ball, and it was Tiat with the final touch, and it wasn't far away from that back post.
I should have scored. I think it's only due to he's a defender, and he's reacted brilliantly.
Weaker foot as well.
But he snatched at it. To be honest with you, I think if that's a striker or midfield, if that's De Bruyne, he probably waits for it to drop another 6-10 inches and just side foots that past the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he just kind of turns around, and the ball's there, sits up nicely for him. Yeah, and it's a defender's finish.
I didn't want to say that.
He just lost our way a little bit since the penalty decision. Well, it's gone a little bit ragged, just knocked us, hasn't it?
Yeah, it totally has. It's knocked our confidence a lot. And in the meantime, Belgium have put that goal away from the penalty spot and managed to get a second.
I think defensively, Craig Bellamy will be the second goal. He will not be happy when he sees that back at half time. So if you look at the Mounier run, he actually runs from inside his own half.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Sorba Thomas is just over the halfway line, and he just switches off. He's ball watching. Mounier gets on his bike, and by the time he's reacted, it's too late. Can't get back. And I can't really blame Carl Darlow too much. I'll have to see it back again, but it's a venomous strike from Mounier. Difficult one for him to react quick enough to save, I think.
The noise is coming from the Belgian supporters, around about 800 of them. They've only got sort of 2 blocks in the corner, and the home end, as I said, is a complete sellout. And that VAR penalty, as Danny and Nathan were saying, has really knocked the wind out of the Wales sails. They were flying early on. It is still North Macedonia 0, Kazakhstan 0. It stays this way. Mathematically they can still top the group, Wales, but you're relying on Kazakhstan or Liechtenstein beating Belgium, which would be incredibly hard to believe. So 2 wins would see them finish second. But there's still plenty of time to get back into this one. Wales 1, Belgium 2. You're listening to BBC Radio Wales, your team for Welsh sport, and we're on BBC Sounds tonight as well on your smartphone or tablet. This is Joe Rodon, the goal scorer for Wales, with the socks pulled up over the knees, the tattooed forearms. Cabango out to Thomas, those socks rolled right down his shins. Ampadu midway in the Belgium half. They're looking for Davis, who'd made the run forward. He's lost the ball. And Jeremy Doku never appears to be sprinting. He's incredibly fast. Slaloms up to the halfway line, and this is where Belgium would want themselves to be, in front and able to try and control the pace of the game. The Kaipo with a header. It's loose then from Rodon, and now not with a great touch, but no one picks him up. And now Raskin gets it out to Doku, and Wales have to stream back. Chance for Trossard, and it got the touch from the defender over the bar. That was a chance to finish it. We've not even played half an hour.
Absolutely score. It's a poor ball in the initial from Rodon. Gives the ball away in centre midfield. The easy volley just miscontrols it. Onana gets really lucky. Poor touch. Gets the ball down. I have to say, the ball out to Doku and across. Trossard walking onto it, really. And he's so reliable in those situations. Seen him do it time and time again with an Arsenal shirt. Should have scored.
Yeah, Rodon does well in the end to get something on it, because I think it is going in. Otherwise, somehow gets lucky there.
Here comes the corner. Nana heads it down, and not with any venom, so Darlow is able to scuttle out and clutch it to his chest. And he's going to look long for Thomas. Backs into the man who's the difference at the moment, Mounier. But the Lille defender, a survivor from that Euro 2016 quarter-final, out-muscles Thomas. Wales haven't beaten Belgium since that night in Lille.
And just get that feeling now. Belgium are starting to warm kind of to this game. They're getting a bit more of a fold, feeling more comfortable. Our press doesn't look as good. We look a little bit.
You can't keep it up, can you, for 30 minutes? That's what I'm saying.
Starting to kind of play through us. We're turning the ball over.
Little 15-minute spells, you might be able to do it 10-minute spells, but I say to anybody, you can't press a game
it's about that balance
for 45 minutes. Absolutely.
Balance,
and now you sit back and keep your shape. Absolutely.
Wales needs something to lift them. Northern Ireland, meanwhile, have had their own goal against Germany ruled out, and now behind at home in Belfast by 1-0. Wales trailing 2-1 here in Cardiff. It was 4-3 in Brussels in June. So that will tell us anything can happen when these two teams meet.
Is that when KDB said he was bored of playing Wales?
They're asking a lot of Courtois there. Not the best pass, and he only can scuff it into the lower part of that Ninian stand. And Wales will have a throw far left, which is in towards Harris, who's trying to hold it up, surrounded by 2 blue shirts. They clear. Raskin or Jordan James has won it back. Almost thought about a shot, gets it out to Williams. It's all on the edge of the penalty area here for Wales. Now on the near right. Brooks faces up to De Kuyper. The ball is stopped dead. Ampadu now midway infield. Out to Thomas, wide on the left, still on the edge of the penalty area. Curls it in, Wilson arrives, takes it on his chest, and he moves away from goal. No one anticipated it. He spins, gets it to the back post, and it's headed away.
I think he's got to head it. I think that's a diving header all day.
This is Williams then round the outside, colliding with Trossard. And the ball's gone over the whitewash. I think it's just going to be a goal kick. Wilson took it on his chest. Was he caught in two minds? Was he trying to head it? Was he trying to chest it down for Jordan James?
He definitely chested it. He should have he tried to take the touch. I think he given that opportunity again. Let's watch the replay. He's in full flow, perfect time run. Yeah, I think he probably thinks he's too far out, but there's so much pace on the ball, and he's running at so much pace. If he goes with a diving header there, it gets it on target. If he gets anywhere near the corners, I guarantee he beats Courtois. Too much pace on the ball.
Half a chance for Wales. 12 minutes left of this first half, which has flown by, and Doku has wriggled into the penalty area. De Bruyne over the crossbar, and that's another great chance for Belgium. Craig Bellamy's not a happy man. Jeremy Doku causing Wales all sorts of problems on that far right, and that's the second opportunity, well, third that they've had to make it 3-1.
Yeah, sometimes world-class players just got to get yourself in the right body position and just be a nuisance. Just outstrength a couple of defenders there. Just don't think, oh, please Craig, too much. But he's a world-class player and he's causing all sorts of problems.
Being allowed too much space at the moment, and he just ragdolls Cabango there. Cabango's actually trying to get his body between him and the ball, and he still gets the other side of him, gets the ball. And the only thing I would say there, the setup for De Bruyne, the layoff could have been better. He almost bobbles it into De Bruyne a little bit, and don't get me wrong, the quality that De Bruyne has, he should probably still hit the target there, but if he just lays that along the floor.
Here they come again. The Kuiper now on the right, and he shot towards the near post. It looked for a second like it was arrowing into that top corner before spinning away. It's all Belgium now.
They're peppering the goal now, Mark. You're completely right. It is all Belgium. This is where Wales, these are the times where Craig talks about you're going to have to suffer. And up against a world-class outfit, they're suffering at the moment, but not panicking. Don't panic. Just try and keep your shape. But you have to keep not the high press. You have to keep a tempo in your game. Because as soon as you start taking backward steps, it's exactly what Belgium want. Maintain possession, tire you out, and they will tire you out.
And Peru's lucky not to be robbed by Raskin there on the halfway line. Wales get it out to Wilson. Brooks on this near side. It is still North Macedonia 0, Kazakhstan 0. We're inside the final 10 minutes of this first half. Belgium are the team who are seizing the opportunity. And that tells half the story of an action-packed first half. We've had an early Wales goal, VAR controversy. And Wales get a free kick just over the halfway line now. Wilson, who scored late in the first half in Brussels in June, which really changed the game. Not that we knew it at the time. Wales are playing catch-up once more. Thomas to Jordan James, curls it into the box. Brooks almost gets on the end of it, just couldn't climb high enough. I think he slightly lost the ball before making his leap, and it's behind for a goal kick.
And we do look dangerous when we get into wide areas and we service the box. We've got runners going in there. We saw that Harry Wilson chance before this one where he makes a run from deep, from outside of the 18-yard box, and he's not tracked and almost, well, maybe should have done a little bit better. Brooks there almost getting in on the far post, so need to continue to deliver balls into the box, but certainly that VAR decision, the penalty, has totally kind of changed the momentum of the game for us, and we've just got to try and refocus and reset here and realise that there's still a long way to go in this game, and try and get a foothold back in the game if we can.
Well, Belgium have made a mess of a throw over on that opposite side to us. It gives Wales perhaps a chance to get back in the game. Ethan Ampadu has the towel.
Courtois' position.
I was thinking, where is he? He's not on the field. He's actually hidden in a body of players.
He's like he's ready for a flick on at the front.
Well, this is fascinating. The man in green engulfed by outfield players. It's headed away as it is by Belgium. Hooked back in by Thomas. Clear again by the Belgians. Thomas again tries to put it back in, and Wales have lost it. And if Doku looks up, Kevin De Bruyne is in acres of space, but it's David Brooks who races back to win the ball. Doku had it on the near side. De Bruyne across him is no one within 50 yards of him.
Yeah, that's what he does. You know, not got the legs he once had, but got the brain for sure. Just drifting off into space.
And this is Thomas, wide on the left. He'll take on Meunier, beats him, crosses, hooked away by Tabast, out for a throw.
Yeah, it's good play again by Solomon, but he's got to miss that first man. Beats his full back.
And this is going to be another Ampadu throw, so all eyes on Courtois, who again is stood on the corner of the 6-yard box.
Must be a new thing for keepers.
And meanwhile, France, who can qualify for the World Cup tonight, are behind in Iceland by 1-0. Wales behind here with 6 minutes left of the first half. And again, he is engulfed by players. In comes the long throw from Ampadu. It's nodded away by Onana, who's one of the tallest men on the field, and they get it out to Doku, and here come Belgium on the counter-attack. It's Trossard over the halfway line, chased by Thomas. All the shirts streaming back. De Bruyne at the back post, and Wilson, he slices it past the post, tried to clear it one way, it went the other, and for a split second we thought it was going in the top corner. It's a corner instead to Belgium.
Yeah, you have to say though, you look at the ground, Harry Wilson makes up. Does really well in the end, but it's so close.
They were looking for De Bruyne at the back post. Wilson gets there, tries with the outside of the foot. He got something on it. The corner's taken short meantime. It's wide on that far right for Belgium. Doku again, the conductor into Trossard, to Raskin. It's wonderful football by Belgium, and Wales are at 6s and 7s. It's pinball out to De Bruyne, deflected behind for another Belgium corner. They're really knocking on the door now. They want the killer third before half time.
Doku, he's unbelievable.
His feet.
His feet. It's like happy feet.
You don't want to tackle him.
No, you don't. Once he's in the box, you're not sure what to do, right?
You're fearful. But you see the difference here between the two teams there. We had a long throw. We don't ring the box properly. They counter-attack, almost score. Belgium there don't allow us to get out of the 8-yard box. Keep the ball, force a corner.
De Bruyne outswinger, headed into the air. I think it was by Cabango, back in by Raskin. Ampadu away. Raskin again underneath it. Williams underneath it. Head tennis midway inside the Wales half. Onana comes up with the ball. Long legs in midfield. It's out to that man Doku again. His change of pace from a standing start is absolutely frightening. There's respite for Wales though, because it's back to Courtois in goal. Wales 1, Belgium 2. It's long. Nico Williams isn't sure where it is, and the Kuiper will get there across the face of goal, and the flag is up for offside. So it will be a Wales free kick, but they're carving out chances almost every time they come forward. Craig Bellamy has got his work cut out here at half time.
I think he's saying Trossard was offside for getting involved.
So they played the advantage.
It might have been just from the flick on.
But I didn't think Trossard was offside.
Went up. The Kuiper, I think, possibly was making the run, overlapping run. It was just a tad offside there.
We've got just over 3 minutes left of the first half on BBC Radio Wales. Despite scoring first and early, Wales trail. As Brooks chases this long ball forward by Darlow. Every loose ball is being collected by a sky blue shirt, and Raskin is blocked off by Ampadu. Head in his hands for Craig Bellamy in the blue coat, as the German referee in the yellow shirt gives Belgium another free kick. But it's the VAR penalty that has completely changed this game. Wales started like a train, and out of nothing, the penalty has just sucked all the life out of Craig Bellamy's side. And now it's Belgium who are going for the third.
Cool, calm, collected. That's what 100 caps gets you. 70, 80-yard ball forward, and Davis, cool as you like. simple deflected header just down to his goalkeeper.
I don't think you need to even say Ben Davies, just cool, calm and collected, and everyone would know exactly who you were talking about. And here he is going forward over the halfway line. Infield looking for Harris, but it's nowhere near the Oxford striker, who was the surprise inclusion in the Wales team. 4 changes from the side which lost so comprehensively at Wembley on Thursday. He started well. Belgium are now very much in control, but can Sorba Thomas change it? Towards the edge of the box, finds Jordan James, it sits up for him, shoots, is parried by the goalkeeper, doesn't come to someone in red. Out now to Brooks on this near right. Wilson just inside the penalty area. Williams with a chance to cross. Back to Brooks towards the edge of the box. Wilson eventually clips it in, easy header away, only as far as Ampadu. Looking for Wilson, flag has stayed down. Wilson across the face of goal, and nobody was there, no one was gambling. They would have had a tap in if they had. Goal kick.
Yeah, I'm interested to see whether Mark Harris should have gambled there or Harry Wilson should have shot. I think he should have shot anyway.
Well, is he
Harry
shooting?
Wilson? I don't think so. I think he's passing it across the box to. Yeah, he's waiting for someone to slide in or someone to come in at the back post. Fantastic strike from Jordan James a moment before that with his left foot out of nothing really on the corner of the left side of the 18-yard box. Pulled out a great save, did Courtois, but I think given that again, Harry Wilson wraps his foot around that and bends it for the far stick.
He looked offside, but having seen the replay, he timed his run to perfection. And we're in the final few seconds of the regulation 45 in this first half. Wales 1, Belgium 2. The 4th official in the maroon jacket comes forward now, and there will be 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first half here on BBC Radio Wales.
I'm a little bit surprised Harry Wilson didn't shoot. It is a tightish angle, but it's almost like it's a trademark, isn't it?
That's what he does.
Bends it with that left foot. Finds that far corner. We've seen it happen so many times, but he's unselfish there.
Well, he didn't wrap his foot around it. It was a side foot. That's why I thought he's just passing it across.
So I think the square ball, Blakey.
Lovely flick by Brooks, and this is Williams on the right. 2 red shirts to aim at, and he only finds the blue ones. Onana slides in. Back to Williams again on this near right. Looking for support, and Ampadu provides it. Wilson's infield, tries to wriggle away from 2. Is he brought down? Referee says no, and Craig Bellamy leaps into the air in frustration. That did look like a foul. Down the other end for Belgium, it's Meunier wide on the far right. They check back as all the red shirts have filed into position, and now it's on the halfway line. Wales cannot believe that was not a free kick, and that would have been in range for Harry Wilson. 1 of the 3 added minutes has gone. Belgium still in possession. This is De Ketelaere, spinning away from Cabango. Cabango races back and wins it for Wales. Jordan James with a chance to clear, and clear he does, only onto the head of Tia. Now it's the best. Onana over the top looking for Trossard. Huge hint of offside. The flag stays down as he's kept it by the corner flag. Even Trossard thought he was offside there. And then a pass straight out of play by De Kuiper gives Wales a throw in the right back position. And yet again Craig Bellamy goes to talk to the 4th official. I think you could argue they've not had the rub of the green in this first half. Final minute of added time. And Wales will have to regather themselves at the interval, unless they can make something happen with this attack, which may well be the last of this enthralling first half at the Cardiff City Stadium. It's long looking for Jordan James. Meunier just nods back to Courtois. And plenty are starting to head to the exits.
Just looking at Harry Wilson, he's not moving well. Seems to have a problem with his right knee. Let's hope that's just a knock he can run off, but I like when I see players in intervals just bent over for no apparent reason.
And there is the half-time whistle. Craig Bellamy wanted intensity. He got it at the start of this game. Joe Rodon with the dream start, but the goal scorer is still waving his fist in frustration. A controversial VAR penalty has allowed Belgium to get back in this game, and then Thomas Meunier has put them in front, and since then it has been the sky blue shirts of Belgium. They're in complete control. Wales need to find something within themselves to pull this pendulum back towards them in the second half. At half-time in Cardiff, it is Wales 1, Belgium 2. Thank you, Ian. Welcome back to the Cardiff City Stadium. The tifo before the game said Welshmen will not yield. How they need to channel that message in this second half. Wales trailing in a game they have to win, and they restart the game. No changes to either side. Raw ripple from this Cardiff City Stadium crowd. Wales once more, all in red, with the green and white flashes, the trim on the shirts and the shorts. Can they do what Belgium did in the first half and come from behind? They're now going from right to left in the second half towards the Canton stand, who will try and suck the ball into the back of the net. They're already firing into song. Wales need the red wall and they need to score. This is Thomas. I'll remind you of the two teams in just a moment. Goes back towards the Centurion Ben Davies, who drills it cross field, where Brooks is waiting to collect it. He will kill the cross in towards Harris. Too close though to Courtois. So the Wales team, Darlow in goal, Williams, Rodon, Cabango and Davis. Then it's Ampadu and Jordan James, Brooks, Wilson and Thomas. Harris, the surprise inclusion up front. And this is Sorba Thomas. Onana sliding in from nowhere. Those long legs eating up the turf. And here he is again with the ball at his feet this time. And this is Raskin leading two red shirts, three on a merry dance over the halfway line. Here's our friend Doku once more, faced by three.
Players he attracts.
Four. Stops the ball dead again. Gets his own legs in a tangle. He's by the corner flag. Flies past them both. Incredible skill to the byline and to the near post, and somehow it's kept out and behind for a corner. That is sensational from Jeremy Doku.
How's he got through there?
Absolutely ridiculous. Let's see this in slow motion.
Oh,
he's Meg Ben Davis. That's how he's done.
That is disrespectful. 100 caps, that is. He's got nowhere to go there. Brilliant play, and then he's just fired that ball into that near post, and Nico Williams does a really good job of coming across that near post from the right back position. Belgium forced the corner. Doku brilliant again.
If you're listening in the first half, Jeremy Doku got his first nutmeg in the first 30 seconds. I've lost count of how many he's in now. De Bruyne outswinger. Brooks away, every red shirt inside the penalty area. It's back out to De Bruyne on the near right. Instant control from the Belgium captain. It's De Catala. Doku again with a shuffling run, cutting it, curling it just over the crossbar. Whisker away from Jeremy Doku, and Belgium have picked up in the second half exactly where they left off in the first.
Well, now there's almost nothing you can do about it, right, Dan? It's just
so sharp.
Yeah, you've got to double up, sometimes treble up. You know,
inches.
Unbelievable.
You know what he's going to do.
We knew, right, he's going to go on his left foot and bend it, but he's so sharp
he
off the mark, and he can go left or right, so he might drop the shoulder on you and think you go for the first one, and he goes the opposite way.
So the Belgian team in full. Courtois in goal, Meunier, Dabas, Tiat and De Kuyper, Onana and Raskin, and it's Doku, De Bruyne, Trossard, and it's De Catala who's playing up front. The Wales subs, by the way, I'll give you just a moment in fact, because Belgium are attacking with De Bruyne. Here he is once more, the number 11, attacking at pace. Spares Ben Davies' blushes on this occasion and goes backwards. But Belgium are in complete control. Wales need to find a way to knock them out of their stride, because they are cruising at the moment. Those Wales subs are King and Davis, the goalkeepers, and it's Mepham, Kumas, Cullen, Johnson, Moore, Ruben Colwell, De Silva, Carpaccio, Sheehan and Broadhead. And for Belgium, Lemens and Sells, Michel, Witzel, Openda. They'll break off a second because they're coming forward with the Catlett. It's opening up for him, going past one, past two, edge of the box, drags it wide.
Great feet though. Absolute wonderful balance, great feet. Beats 3 Welsh players there and drags his shot wide in the end. I think he could have laid off his mate De Bruyne, who was just sat there waiting, but he'd done all the hard work. Thought he'd take it himself, but like I say, great feet, great balance. Home to Kettler.
The other subs, Lukebakio, De Winter, Fofana, Vanaken, Castagna, Says and Michi Batshuayi, a veteran who's back in the squad. Last won a cap in the lead up to Euro 2024. Wales 1, Belgium 2, 5 minutes into the second half. And unfortunately, if you had to put a bet on who was going to score the next goal, it would be Belgium at the moment. They are cruising around. It is still North Macedonia 0, Kazakhstan 0. It is not all bad news, but any chance of top spot in this group will be disappearing unless Wales can come from behind. They need a moment to lift them. This is Cabango in the centre circle for Craig Bellamy's team. He's perched on the edge of his technical area and he sees Harris give it away, and Davis has to bring down Doku. And he's going to be cautioned here as well, is Ben Davis.
And he's such a difficult player to play against, Doku, because if he gets you high up the pitch in that 1v1 situation around the 18-yard box, you really do fear. But he's also very good when he drops into deep areas as well, and shall I kind of go in with him? He's got that really quick feet and he can skip away from you quickly, and then suddenly he's setting Belgium off on a counter-attack. So he's very good at kind of dropping deep and finding space and then driving forward, but also obviously when he gets you wide in those 1v1s.
Just like he did in Brussels in June, he's been outstanding. Mounier, the fullback, trying to catch this diagonal free kick. It goes out of play for a Wales throw by the corner flag, and Onana, the central midfielder, waving his hands as if to say, let's keep Wales camped in here.
Yeah, what's interesting about Doku as well, he looks equally as comfortable on both sides. You see some wide players who really enjoy the left-hand side and cutting in on their right, and then you put them on the right-hand side and they're half the player, but he's playing on the right-hand side tonight, normally operates off that left-hand side, but equally as effective, you'd have to say.
You just don't know what to do with him, do you?
Like you say, Blake, you've got to get bodies around him at all times. You can't defend 1v1 against him, you've got to have help.
This is Ampadu over the halfway line for Wales. Harris is the only body to aim at, so he goes in field. Wilson, can he create a bit of magic? Switches it wide to the far right. Williams went for the 1-2 with Brooks, but he hesitated for a split second. Allows those sky blue Belgian shirts to get back. And it's actually off Williams and behind for a goal kick, despite the frustrations of a raucous Cardiff crowd. And apart from Joe Rodon's goal after 8 minutes, they've not had a lot to shout about. What about this for a scoreline in Skopje? North Macedonia 0, Kazakhstan 1.
Just waiting for the VAR check. Nothing's confirmed yet.
Wales have to get the second goal. It's as simple as that. Belgium get a third before Wales get their second. It'll just deflate Wales further. Thursday night's result will start to play a part in the memory and the legs.
That's the voice of the former Wales striker Nathan Blake. Before him, Danny Gabidon. Both alongside me here on BBC Radio Wales. We're on all our frequencies and on the BBC Sounds app as well on your smartphone or tablet. We'll be on air with all the reaction and analysis till Larry Shawn takes over at 10. This is Ben Davis into the penalty area. He tried to pinch a corner, and it's a goal kick, unfortunately, but he earns the applause from his manager, Craig Bellamy. Belgium in the sky blue shirts, white shorts and socks will restart. Taken short to Courtois, hammers it high into the night sky. There's a chill in the air, there's a hint of rain as well in the Welsh capital. And this is Williams looking for Wilson, who's in space, wide on the far right, corner of the penalty area, toes it in towards Harris, who tries to lay it off, but it's nowhere near the onrushing Wilson, but Craig Bellamy applauds his team's efforts, and the throw-in goes Belgium's way.
Yes, needs to be better in those moments there, Mark Harris. And Wilson just looking to play a Banks pass, picks it up on our hand side. Harris shows, plays it in, and he just runs off him, and he just wants it set back to possibly get a shot away, and he just sets it
wrong side
of him.
Does the hard work, but pushing the defender off and making the move.
The two Wales substitutes warming up in the corner to my left. Kiefer Moore in the black tracksuit bottoms and the red top with orange trim. Brennan Johnson going through the more vigorous warm-up. 10 minutes into the second half, still no change in the scoreline. It's not going to be with a ball like that crossfield. Davies, though, this time gets two grips to Doku. Sorba Thomas plucks it out of the sky on the halfway line. Wales simply have to score the next goal. Roar from this crowd to try and encourage them. Davis out to Thomas, he's one-on-one with Meunier. Doku saunters across to help out. Jordan James into Harris, who will turn, he will shoot, it deflects. It won't go out, it'll be kept in on this near left by Thomas. This is Jordan James, and that's off Doku, that's a corner, and that's better for Wales.
Should have shot on his second touch, right, Dan? Not taking that extra touch, and on his third, Mark Harris.
Lovely ball by Jordan James, so just into the feet of Mark Harris, and he just comes off his defender, gets turned, and he just takes too long to get the shot away, as you say. One extra touch, too many, and then by the time he gets the strike away, then it ends up getting blocked. But much better play from Wales, really good in possession there.
That's what we say, the higher you go, the less time you get as a striker.
Brennan Johnson is ready to come on for Wales. Surely it'll be the corner first from this near left. Sorba Thomas to take. All sorts of argy-bargy going on inside that penalty area. It's in by Thomas, flicked away, collected by Wilson. In fact, he hooks it over his shoulder. Easy header for De Catala. And Thomas, now midway in the Belgium half on the near left, just turns and drives down this channel. Takes on the fullback, beats him one way, then the next, but the cross only finds Onana in midfield. Wilson tries to win it back, but a clever dummy by De Bruyne gets Doku away. Ampadu slides in from nowhere. That'll get the fans going. Back with Thomas on the near left. Scoops it into Ampadu. Johnson's ready and waiting to come on for Wales, who were 2-1 down. Brooks forward. Oh, it's intercepted. Ampadu wins it back, only as far as Onana. Brooks tries to win it back. De Bruyne gets away. Cabango is there to stop the through ball for De Catala. And our Wales starting to find their feet again in the second half. Thomas in space on the left. Corner of the penalty area. Cuts in, crosses. It's helped up by Brooks, but he can't find Wilson. And hacked out of play for a throw in front of the Ninian stand. The noise levels are going back up. Here comes Brennan Johnson, and it will be David Brooks who replaces him, who is replaced, by Brennan Johnson just before the hour mark. And how Wales need the Brennan Johnson who scored in Brussels in June, the Brennan Johnson who scored his first Wales goal here in June 2022.
We need a huge 30 minutes from him. A really big performance from Brennan.
Belgium waiting to bring on Castagna as well. That passes straight to Jordan James. Nico Williams in the centre circle, and now Cabango out to Davis. Brooks has departed from the opposite side. He's now walking behind the goal to my left, where Wales are attacking in the second half. Jordan James has made a good run towards the edge of the box, couldn't quite pluck it out of the sky, and there, Onana's gone down. Jordan James seemed to have shrugged him off legally, and you can hear what the Wales fans think about that. And Craig Bellamy turned and waved his fist at the fourth official in anger that free kick was given Belgium's way.
Yeah, just watching it on the replay, it just sticks his arm across him.
By the way,
it is
not even in his face. It's not.
Well, he catches him in the face. Yeah, he does catch him a little bit. There's not a swinging arm.
It's the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
Touches his chest.
Holding him on.
Goes down holding his face.
It's an all Premier League change meantime for Belgium. The Kuiper of Brighton is replaced by Castagna of Fulham. And any sort of incident like that, and Belgium will go down. They're managing the game.
Yeah, well, it is managing the game, because we just kind of building up a bit of momentum there, a bit of concerted pressure, and that just kind of relieves things a little bit from a Belgian perspective. They're able to kind of get up the pitch here, because Courtois is going to kick this ball long.
They might not be the Belgium of old, but they're still the 8th best team in the world. And another free kick. You don't need to guess which way it's gone. It's De Bruyne who's been felled, who went up for a header. And the German official has not given Wales much this evening. We see a replay of it. There's hardly anything in it as De Bruyne beats Ampadu to the ball. Just disrupt the momentum. Craig Bellamy's already been booked. This is a test of him having to bite his tongue. He must be raging inside.
Danny's just looking at you as if to say, really? Talk about a look, said it all.
Game management, as Mark would call it. Another example of it there.
And there's few more experienced on the field than Kevin De Bruyne. Having won the free kick, he takes it. Carl Darlow catches it. Can Wales get back to the mini revival that they had a few moments ago? It is 2-1 to Belgium. It's still 1-0 to Kazakhstan, so unless that's the longest VAR check ever in history, that goal stands, Danny Gavidon.
Never know. VAR.
Well, soon we will be having checks after the game, won't we? That'll be the next thing. And if you weren't with us earlier, Wales led after the 8th minute, and there was VAR controversy here as Belgium got a penalty for a handball by Ethan Ampadu, but it was at point-blank range. If you want to see it, if you go on the BBC Sport website, search for BBC Sport Wales on social media, I'm sure you'll see a clip of it. But since then, Belgium have not looked back, and Thomas Meunier's goal is the difference. Belgium lead 2-1. And having let everyone back in it with the draw in Ghent against North Macedonia on Friday, as it stands they are reclaiming control. First touch for Brennan Johnson since coming on with the orange boots. Cabango on the edge of the centre circle now strides into the Belgian half. James finds Davis on the left, Thomas hugging the touchline. Infield to Jordan James, wriggles away from one and gets it back to Sorba Thomas, who's one-on-one with Meunier. The cross is really good, but no one in red attacks at the back post. Few shots for handball. It's won back by Ampadu. Thinks about a shot. Thinks better of it. Goes wide to the far right. This is Williams. This is Johnson. Corner the penalty here. He cuts in. Low ball. It's missed by the spinning Wilson and collected by Onana for Belgium.
Yeah, I think that right-footed ball in from Sorba Thomas, I think you've got to have the other winger. You've got to have Brennan coming in on that, at least challenging.
And having won the throw, it's not a great touch by Ampadu. It's won back by his Leeds teammate Roden. We're past the hour mark here on BBC Radio Wales. We knew this was going to be a big one. And it's still in the balance, even if Wales are behind. We saw them come from 3-0 down in Brussels in June. Just the one behind at the moment.
Yeah, this is almost a little bit like what Belgium did in that first game when they kind of were 3-0 up. Second half, they kind of really eased off the gas and kind of sat off and stopped running, and That allowed us to kind of get back into the game, and they're just kind of happy, just sat in their shape a little bit at the minute. Just a bit more game management there from Mounier, taking his time on the phone, gets yellow carded.
Well, they're going to be using all the tricks now, aren't they? And then he gains about 10 yards as well. Craig Bellamy is trying to point out respectfully to the officials. Wales get the ball back with Darlow, the goalkeeper, in the all black with the yellow and orange flashes. And this is Raskin for Belgium to De Ketelaere. Here's Doku, corner of the box. Which way is he going to go this time? Goes round the outside. Raskin stayed down off the ball. Play continues. He's holding his face. And now the referee turns round, sees him on the floor, and stops the game as Belgium get to disrupt Wales's momentum once more.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, Belgium did have control of the ball there, and they're in Wales's half, but I think he used the right word, Mark, disrupt. And we're going to see that, I would say, from now to the end of the game. Whenever there's an opportunity to go down and just spoil the game, the players are going to take it. And I see Ethan Ampadu having a little pop at Raskin. Kevin De Bruyne, peacemaker.
There is a rat, I'm told, on the pitch.
Oh no.
On the far side, Brendan Johnson's chasing it off the field. I wondered what the fans were cheering at. There it is on the monitor.
Oh no.
And it's left the field of play.
I suppose it's better than in the kitchen, huh?
Actually,
we just told by the producer it's got it to exactly where the VAR monitor is on the far side. Where was that in the first half?
Well, I've just got the remote control for it.
I actually saw one outside the ground when I was coming in. I don't know if it's the same one again.
Well, I've seen one here. It's like, ooh.
After a bit of light entertainment, we're back underway in the football, and Wales have got a job to do here. Anything other than a victory and any hopes of top spot, they're not mathematically over, but realistically they will be, with Belgium only having to play the minnows, Kazakhstan and Liechtenstein. Thomas tangles with Raskin, who's made a Lazarus-like recovery, and the Belgian man wins the day, and it's out of play for a goal kick to Belgium.
Yeah, Craig is pacing, just watching him up and down, up and down. Can't sit still. Knows his team needs that second goal to have any chance of going on and winning this game.
After that incredible start to life as Wales manager, this could be a third straight defeat for the first time in 3 years. It will also be 4 defeats in 5. And Mounier again, exactly as Nathan Blake was saying. 10 yards down the line to Doku, spins Cabango, outmuscles him. Cabango battles back to his credit and wins the goal kick. 22 and a half minutes left.
I mean, he's caused Ben Davies and Cabango all sorts tonight. Trying to double up on him, but he's just got too much in the locker.
Vanaken is waiting to come on for Belgium. Huge number 20. Makes his way down the steps in front of us. With the score still at 2-1, you're listening to BBC Radio Wales. We'll try and bring you all the reaction before Larry Shawn at 10. Anything we don't bring you, Radio Wales Breakfast tomorrow from 7. Here come Belgium. Here comes Doku to the penalty to finish them off. And it's straight at Darlow.
I tell you, he was a very lucky boy there, Brennan Johnson. Just not good enough out there on the wing. It's like the ball's hot potato, can't get rid of it quick enough. He's just got to hold on to that. Maybe take a bit of body contact, make sure of his pass in square. It's a cardinal sin. De Bruyne, one touch, pass. Doku's away. Very fortunate that he just scuffed his left foot shot when he come inside, Doku.
And Wales have kicked the ball out here. Ben Davis is down in some discomfort.
His hamstring,
yeah, he's just poked his left hamstring with his left hand.
And now he goes down. And remember, Ben Davis has not played a single minute for Spurs this season, as Vanaken comes on for Amadou Onana. And Davis is down on his backside now on the halfway line.
Yeah, Danny, both Danny and I just looked at each other and seen Ben Davis pull his hamstring and looked at each other and mouthed the word Doku. That's, he's such a difficult customer, twisting, turning. It's difficult. The worst thing you can do is try and carry on with a hamstring.
That is not a 100th cap to remember. And Jay De Silva is all ready to go. So it does look like Ben Davis will not be able to play any part in the final 20 minutes. He's still having treatment, so you're not missing any action here on BBC Radio Wales. Joe Rodon gave Wales the perfect start after 8 minutes, but a VAR penalty controversially given for a handball by Ethan Ampadu allowed De Bruyne to equalise, and then Meunier's put them ahead. So you see a lovely overhead shot of the opener for Rodon. And elsewhere in the group, it is still North Macedonia 0, Kazakhstan 1. And Ben Davis is indeed unable to continue. The fourth men's player to reach 100 caps. His evening ends after 70 minutes. And it was Jay De Silva. He's now put a coat on. Craig Bellamy's changed his mind, and it's Nathan Broadhead instead that is going to come on. Wales have got to go for it, and that's exactly what Craig Bellamy's doing.
So I would think they're going to go to a back three, are they? They're going to have to, I think.
Sorba Thomas at wing back.
Yeah. Nico Williams on the other side. Well, they're playing Nico Williams as a right side centre half.
And Sorba could be playing left back.
Left side centre half against Doku. Well, so Sorba's going to have to really make sure he doesn't leave Cabango one-on-one with Doku, because you do get the feeling he's threatened it once or twice, but if he finds himself one-on-one anywhere around the 18-yard box with Cabango, it's going to be a very, very difficult thing for Cabango to stop him.
It looks like a back three at the moment. And it's Belgium who have a throw. Meunier again steals 10 yards. So 3 or 4 times in the second half. Doku is surrounded by 3. Wales pinch it off in this time. Broadhead is good in tight spaces of his own here. Gets it out to Thomas on the near left. Pass though towards the edge of the box is telegraphed, and it's won by Raskin. And Doku with his tricks again goes past one and finds De Bruyne now on the far side, the left by the corner flag, in front of those 800 or so travelling Belgium supporters. The visitors leading 2-1, seizing back control of Group J. And they've gone back towards the halfway line, all the red shirts behind the ball. The long legs of Meunier, who is still the match winner at the moment. That rasping drive by the fullback, his 10th for his country. Can Wales summon something within themselves?
You do get the feeling if Wales can get the second goal, they can go on and win this game.
It's a back pass. It's asking a lot of dollars. Have to head it away. Heads it on to Vanaken, and it's into the box now. And it's Trossard if he can bring it down. It's off the head of Jordan James. Oh, it's a penalty!
Another one.
It's another penalty!
Very similar.
A handball given against Jordan James. The referee is signalling that Jordan James moved his elbow towards the ball.
I think it was one of them natural reactions, right? That just that split second you do and then think, what have I done? Because he's not remonstrating, he's not having a pop. Let's have a look at this.
Well, it's off Trossard,
yes,
and he does move towards the ball.
No complaints with that one.
The first one we weren't sure about, but that is damning evidence Jordan James leans towards the ball, it hits his elbow. The referee couldn't have been better placed, and this is a chance for Belgium to effectively win the group, because North Macedonia are still losing. Not mathematical, but given who they have to play, this is their most difficult game remaining. The fans behind the goal away to my right have got the mobile phone torches. We desperately need Karl Darlow to be a hero. There are 15 minutes remaining. They are checking it for VAR, but there's no way this is going to get overturned.
Not a chance.
And the referee indeed points to the spot. So De Bruyne, who's already scored one penalty, now has the chance to get a second and put Belgium 2 goals in the distance. De Bruyne with the right boot against the Wales keeper Darlow. Cheers around the stadium. Wales desperately need the man in black to make a heroic save. De Bruyne comes forward and finds the corner. Darlow goes the right way, but he couldn't get there in time, and Kevin De Bruyne has surely buried any hopes Wales have of winning this group. Playoffs at best. It's Wales 1, Belgium 3.
Yeah, you feel that's a huge goal for Belgium. I felt like they needed a third. I wasn't really convinced with them kind of sitting on the 2-1. Thought we might get some moments, and you have to say they've done a really good job of kind of breaking the game up. And you know, we was trying to gather a bit of momentum. It looked like we were getting a bit of a foothold in the game, applying a bit of pressure, and their game management of just going down, getting fouls, just putting out that Welsh fire really. And then obviously they get another decision there with another penalty. Jordan James there, like Blakey said, it's just like a natural reaction where he sees the ball going past him, and you almost can't stop your arm kind of coming out. And you know, I had my grievances and complaints with that first VAR decision, but can have no complaints with the second one there, and that's a hammer blow for Wales.
It's one of them, when you do it, you know what you've done. It's just it is a natural instinct, a natural reaction. And even in a game of this magnitude, you're so wired in, so concentrated. Like Danny said, you're just trying to stop it from going past you, because you're not really in a danger position. It's not like the player was shooting or anything. It's just one of them natural reactions, and as soon as you do it, you just think, what have I done?
Yeah, and we kind of caused our own issues with that as well in the lead up to it. It was a Sorba Thomas kind of back past the Darlow, put him under pressure.
Yeah,
he could only head it.
This is Johnson for Wales, who are 3-1 down, and North Macedonia have equalised in Skopje against Kazakhstan. It's 1-1. Wales can still clinch second with 2 wins in their final 2 games. It's going to need something miraculous in these final 13 minutes to keep any hopes of top spot alive, and now Belgium are readying the changes to waste as much time as possible. 3 are going to come on, and Wales are going to be found wanting again against one of the top nations. De Bruyne gets Meunier away. Doku on the near right gives it back to the fullback. He's made the galloping run. Cross hits the backside of Sorba Thomas. Straight to Doku, straight to Van Aken. As Fafana, Witsel and Michel all wait to come on for Belgium. It might get worse. Van Aken is kept in by De Ketelaere, all on the far left. And all the energy and life has gone out of this crowd. It's killed into the penalty area, and Meunier hits his head on the ball. Out to Doku, tight angle, faced by 2, cuts in, still cutting and shooting over the bar.
Even his head is quick. Did you see that, Dan? Did you see that? Doku. I mean, he wants to drop his shoulder, but he actually, his head was like, it was like it was on a spring and someone just flicked it. Just went, like,
honestly,
like shivered.
The fast twitch fibers on this guy is
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Could work on his finishing though.
Yeah.
Being ultra critical, but what a player to watch in action live.
He's terrorised Wales tonight.
He has, yeah.
Just as he did in Brussels.
I think Craig Bellamy's played a part in making him the player he is as well. I'm pretty sure he had him at Anderlecht and coached him, didn't he?
Yeah.
3-1 to Belgium. 11 minutes to go.
It's extremely difficult for Wales, but you just got to keep pushing and trying to get that goal, and just see what happens. You know, people have scored in the 92nd, the 100th, the 98th. You just need to get that second goal.
Harris out to Johnson, wide on the right. Williams with a searching cross. It's past everyone to Thomas on this near left. One touch to control, decent ball in, and it's flicked on by Harris, and no one can get it at the back post.
On the money. He should be really frustrated there, Thomas, that someone's not kind of tapping that in.
Absolutely.
He can't do any more there. Whips it into a decent area. He gets flicked on, I think.
Yeah.
To that far post area by Harris. And it's Wilson desperately trying to get there.
It's actually the flick that takes it away from Harry, isn't it?
Can't quite get to it.
Just looking at Brennan, the one on the right hand side, he's just not playing with that sort of confidence. Every time this evening he's got the ball and he's one-on-one, and sometimes the midfielder is tracked back, but not to the point where he's covering the left back. But every time he's turning out and going back. This time of the game, you got to push, you got to get down the line, you got to get at him, just like we've seen Doku all evening. You know, anytime he gets one-on-one,
I'd like to see Brennan Johnson on the far post there when that cross comes in.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, where Harry Wilson's trying to get in on that far post. I'd like to see him.
Because the ball's travelling further, so he's got more time to get there, right?
If we're 3-1 down, get yourself in there.
Well, while Danny Gabardon and Nathan Blake were talking there, Belgium made 3 substitutions on Fofana, Michel and Witsel, who wins his first cap since June 2024 off. Comes a Tiat,
great player,
the Catala, and there's no hat-trick for Kevin De Bruyne.
I'm not really sure why Kevin De Bruyne finds it boring playing against us, because he always seems to score.
I don't know.
7 goals now against Wales and counting.
I think it's that 2016. Just stick this. That was probably their best opportunity to go and win a tournament.
The attendance is 32,803.
I think it's good because you're not seeing that many empty seats. I think people have the opinion, as we were saying, if they can get a second goal, they'll just lift everything for the last 5 minutes again. Oh boy, we should be locked up for those feet. I swear.
Jeremy Doku.
Unbelievable.
There are 1 or 2 blue seats appearing in the red wall, but it's only 1 or 2 at the moment. Long ball forward for Vanaken, who looks a million miles offside, but then he's left it. So the attack is allowed to continue. It's into the penalty area, away by Cabango. Still the danger not away. Shot by Fofana, blocked into the air. Wales desperately trying to get hold of it, desperately trying to keep it away from Doku. Blocked by Fofana, hooked into the sky by Sorba Thomas. And it's into the Belgium half. There are 7.5 minutes to go. And it's driven crossfield, it'll drop to Fofana, in towards Vanaken. Belgium threatening a fourth here, which will be harsh. Cross into the box is too high for Trossard, behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, we're just holding on a bit now, Mark, which is the worrying sign. This is where Wales have got to, sum up some energy from somewhere and just try and push, give it everything. The last 10 minutes, I know it's difficult. Like I say, Thursday's result isn't going to help the situation, but they've got to try and dig deep. In fairness, Mark Harris still running.
Jay De Silva is still in his kit, waiting potentially to be called. Kiefer Moore putting his shirt on now as well. Wales play next away to Liechtenstein on November the 15th, and then North Macedonia come here 3 days later. Top spot is all but gone. We know they will all but guaranteed a playoff place because of the Nations League. If it does end in defeat here, it will be about which pot they can finish in those playoffs.
Well, very well played. Really good defending that by Mounier.
He's had a good game.
Yeah.
Showed all his
What is he,
experience.
35, 36?
He's somewhere around there, but he's still a quality
Brilliant.
player.
Yeah, great experience.
6 minutes left. It's cleared by Courtois. Belgium coasting with a 3-1 lead. Broadhead brings it down on the halfway line, but Witsel in from nowhere. Moore and De Silva waiting to come on. Belgium can even afford Trossard to pass it straight out of play.
It's one of them ankle breakers that he kicked the floor trying to clip it with the outside of his foot.
Wales are in a hurry. They cannot afford to pick their spot. They've got to get it forward as fast as possible and hope and pray that something drops for them. Harris tries to pinch it, but it's away by Michels. And this one does drop to Harris, scuttling towards the edge of the box. There's no one in red in support. He's got to check back. Check back he does to find Ampadu, who's now wearing the armband. James out to Thomas on the left. Thomas saunters towards the corner of the penalty area, cuts in, curls across high, looking for Johnson, headed away. Johnson has to make sure it goes out for a corner, which is what he does. That's Wales's first of the second half, is it? Here come the subs. Jordan James will be replaced by Kiefer Moore. And Mark Harris coming off for Jay De Silva. I suspect those personnel changes will be the other way around. 4.5 minutes to go. Can Wales set us up for a grandstand finish?
Yeah, bit of instant impact here from Kiefer Moore would be nice. Set up a nervy finish for Belgium.
Yeah, don't want a comfortable finish, do we? Just get that second goal. Get one, get two in a minute.
Harry Wilson waits to take on the far side in front of that double-decker Ninian stand. Everyone on their feet in the Canton stand behind the goal to our left. In comes the corner. Cabango heads across goal, only finds a blue shirt. Kiefer Moore heads it back in. Too high for Johnson. Easy for Courtois.
Yeah, I think the belief hasn't gone, but like I said, Wales are treading water a bit here. They need a corner, a set piece, or a mistake just like that, Mark.
It won't drop for anyone in red. Since that penalty, the VAR penalty, nothing has gone their way.
No, just lost control of the game, lost our focus, and we probably let that affect us as a team a bit too much.
Doku's plucked that out of the sky. Doku to rub salt in the wounds, and Roden picks his pocket just as he thought he was in. He had absolutely no right to bring that down. It's an awful pass though by Thomas. Trossard has it midway in the Wales half. Belgium coming again. He picked it out of the sky and beat the defender all with one touch. And he's off again. Goes past De Silva. Mounier, Trossard, all in and around the Wales penalty area. Scooped over the top looking for Doku. I think he probably would have been offside, so he lets it go through to Darlow.
Yeah, I think Doku, given that again, he would have just, the third touch would have been a lob over Carl Darlow.
The first touch was just
insane,
exquisite,
brilliant.
He just did a little bit too much after.
The lack of atmosphere tells you the belief is not trading out the players, but maybe out of the crowd. There's more and more starting to head for home. This is Johnson infield to Wilson. Has he taken out? No. The ball did go as if the Belgian... Kiefer Moore throwing the Belgian player to the floor. This is Broadhead!
Yes, come on!
Well, they're not done yet! Kiefer Moore wins it, and Broadhead rifles it into the bottom corner. Wales have got 90 seconds plus stoppage time to do something memorable. It's Wales 2, Belgium 3.
That's exactly what we need. Great harrying from Kiefer Moore. Might say it might have been a foul, but ref doesn't give it. Broadhead, you have to say, great finish, right-footed. Left Courtois with no chance.
There's a yellow card here for the coach, Rudy Garcia, and those fans who are heading for the exits are now sprinting back through. 1 minute to go, plus stoppage time. Can Wales snatch a draw from the jaws of defeat? It is still 1-1 in Skopje between North Macedonia and Kazakhstan.
This is where it starts to play on your mind, isn't it?
Well, thank you very much.
Before, yeah.
Leandro Trossard, thank you very much. He's had one of those nights, Trossard, where he's almost been trying to play in third gear. Sloppy there, caught in possession, brilliant from Kiefer Moore. Broadhead, he gets that strike away quickly, shifts it, bang, finds the far corner.
It's out to Doku, and Belgium will try and shut them down straight away. Into the box they come, they've teed it up. It's a great chance for Trossard, and the comeback lasted a matter of seconds. Leandro Trossard puts it beyond any doubt and surely seals top spot for Belgium in this group. Wales crestfallen.
7 minutes to play as well. 7 minutes on the clock. A quick break, that ball again down the left hand side this time. Doku cuts inside Roden and then rolls a lovely little ball inside the defender for his mate to cross. And it's a great ball outside of the foot, and then Trossard, who we just said has been sloppy.
One of those nights.
He's having one of those nights. Can't miss from there, but he almost does.
Through the legs of the goal, he tried to miss. And that surely finishes it now.
Poor goal to concede. It's just too easy. It's too easy for Belgium to get in behind. That ball gets laid across the 6-yard box, and there's two players there who could have scored. In the end, it finds Trossard unmarked, and it's a good finish in the end to get yourselves back into the game and allow Belgium to go back down the other end and get the fourth is really disappointing.
I mean, 7 minutes, that's, you've worked tirelessly just to get back into the game. That goal, you'd be thinking 7 minutes on the clock, the crowd would have gone up. All those who rushed back in have rushed back out.
4-2 to Belgium, and more blue seats appearing now. And as it stands, unless there's a North Macedonia winner, Belgium can clinch top spot for good in their next match away to Kazakhstan. This is Broadhead. His goal, a consolation only. Thomas crosses into the box looking for Kiefer Moore, too high behind for a goal kick, and 1.5 minutes of the 7 to be added have gone. It is Wales 2, Belgium 4 here on BBC Radio Wales.
Some really good balls into the box, Silva Thomas tonight. But we've not made enough of them.
Well, there's no one coming in behind the big man there.
Would Kiefer Moore have made more of some of this delivery that's gone into the box? Quite possibly. I fancy him up against the Baston tonight, but obviously only just come on. But there's been some really good balls go into the box, not made enough of them, not worked Courtois enough.
It's forward by De Silva, a night that promised so much is ultimately going to fall flat. You just hope he doesn't get any worse. Trossard into the corner. Oh, Darlow thought about coming, and Doku on the near right is on the run into the penalty area. It's a tight angle across the face of goal, and somehow Fofana doesn't tap it in on the line. Wales got the last touch. It's a corner.
I think Bango got a little touch there which deflected it up over and across the across the goal line practically. Again, lovely feet by Doku. Yeah, it's just that deflection of Kambango.
Well, the Belgium supporters in that corner have got the scarves held up, outstretched above their heads. They're swaying from one side to the next. We heard Philippe Albert before kick-off say he was worried. Well, he needn't have been, because they're cruising now, and we've still got 4 minutes of added time. About 800 or so have made the trip, and Belgium from the corner have gone back towards the halfway line, and now back towards their goalkeeper. De Bast back to Courtois, and here's Doku again. Ampadu challenges him. gets the ball into the Cardiff night sky. Moore flicks it on for Wales. Johnson is all inside his own half. He's able to spin and play it out to Williams wide right. More and more heading for home, and who can blame them really, unfortunately. 2 matches to go to try and clinch second place in a more favourable playoff draw, and we will be with Wales to the finish. However this campaign ends, here live on BBC Radio Wales, it's Vaduz next, and then North Macedonia here on the final match day. It has finished in Skopje 1-1. It's a dream result for Belgium. It would have been a dream result for Wales if they'd have got the job done here. Belgium are 3 points away from clinching qualification for the World Cup next year. Every Belgian touch inside their own half in the sky blue shirts being cheered by those 800 or so Belgian fans. Roden, who started it all off, that goal seems like a very long time ago now, wins the throw and gets it out to Darlow. 2 minutes of added time are left. De Silva to Thomas. Wales have kept going. They've ultimately fallen short again against one of the best nations in the world. Ampadu in the centre circle as they look for what would only be a consolation now. Thomas crosses, looking for Kiefer Moore. Courtois comes through the crowd and punches. It'll go out of play for a throw on the opposite side. The start to the Wales job was so impressive. Sobering times for Craig Bellamy. This will be 3 defeats on the spin. De Silva to Thomas on this near left, cutting in edge of the box. High cross again. Wilson's there and gets it wrong. Actually hits it out of the penalty area. Cabango then out muscles Doku, and Wales have it back as they finish the stronger of the two. Broadhead to Thomas on the byline on the left, pulls it across, only finds a sky blue shirt. De Silva on the edge of the penalty area, back to Cabango. Final 50 seconds of added time. Can Wales have the last word? Wilson, it's all midway in the Belgium half. All the sky blue shirts are behind the ball. Williams to Roden. Those that have stayed with the team. But they're not making any headway. It's all in and around the middle part of the Belgium half. Now Broadhead drifts out to the left to De Silva. Thomas cuts in. The 7 minutes are all but up. Ampadu looking for Williams, who takes it down on his chest in the corner, far right. Wilson with the outside of the boot, heads it away. Wilson gets it back. That one is a foul, and Wales will have the last attack. These 7 minutes are up. We're into an 8th of added time. This free kick on the corner of the box on the right side, and this is Harry Wilson territory.
Yeah, Harry Wilson, for the shift you put in, just try and hit the target, try and get yourself a goal. I think the game is gone now. I think it's fair to say we're beyond injury time, on extra time. It's probably the last kick of the game.
Williams is there. Wilson is there. It would surely favour the left boot of Harry Wilson, and this will surely be the last kick. Four sky blue shirts in the wall. Plenty are waiting by the exits to watch this free kick and then head for home. Wilson or Williams? Yard or so outside the penalty area to the right. It's Wilson who goes square to Sorba Thomas into the crowd, knocks it behind. There's no time for the corner. It is a third successive defeat for Wales under Craig Bellamy. A hugely sobering night, a night that promised so much, particularly when they took the lead through Joe Rodon. But a controversial VAR penalty has set Belgium on the way, and they are now on the brink of the World Cup. 3 points in their last match will clinch top spot in Group J. Wales have to summon themselves for Liechtenstein and North Macedonia and try and make sure of second spot and a playoff place. It's fallen flat in Cardiff. It finishes Wales 2, Belgium 4.